Hey y'all, welcome to this week's lesson on herbal medicine. I wanted to show you one of the plants that we harvest in the spring. This, you will notice, is a very unique white, silvery color with very kind of soft yellow flowers. This is an herb. I just pulled it out of a very dry place, so I put it in a bowl of water just to perk it up a little bit. You can see it's just a small herb. You wouldn't think much of it. This is one of the most powerful and potent medicinal herbs. It's actually being researched for antiviral properties against AIDS, believe it or not. It is a very North American herb. It used to be called naphthalum. Let me see if I can get the modern... Okay, so here's the deal. There's a whole school of people called taxonomists. And taxonomists kind of make their living changing the names of things. They really frustrate the crap out of us herbalists because for a few hundred years this was called naphthalum. Now it's Gamoschetta, whatever. Gamochaet. This happens to be Gamoschetta purpurea. I don't know why it's called purpurea. There's nothing purple about it. In herbal medicine, it's called cudweed. Okay, the common name for this is cudweed. Not a very glamorous name, right? But this plant is related to pearly everlasting, rabbit tobacco, a lot of the herbs that maybe Tommy Bass, Daryl Patton would talk about that you don't see in a lot of places. Really outside of the southern and Appalachian traditions of herbal medicine. Do not underestimate this plant. Most people would consider this a weed. They're going to spray it with Roundup. They want to get rid of this, right? This is really something. And you can see it's already flowered. Yes, this tip right here is beginning to go to seed. It's in the Asteraceae family. You have a very short window to pick this. If this is probably the last week, actually, and this is what, April 16? This is probably the last week I would harvest cudweed for medicinal use. Gamoschetta purpurea, or cudweed, or naphthalum, or whatever you want to call it, has many uses in herbal medicine, traditional herbal medicine, especially of the Americas. It's not really a European herb. It's anti-inflammatory. It's analgesic. This actually reduces pain. It actually has a little sedative and narcotic quality to it, which is why it was smoked as like a tobacco substitute. It's especially good for arthritis and rheumatic conditions, as they call them, inflammatory joints and muscles. It's an excellent remedy for coughs. This is one of the best expectorants. It's great for respiratory infections. It actually helps sedate a cough a little bit. It's diuretic. It's good for urinary tract issues and kidney issues. It has culinary applications as well. Right now this looks a little dry, I admit. These leaves and stems are very edible. This was really an essential early spring food for Native Americans and settlers. You just cook it up as a vegetable, and this is a small one. Like I said, I just pulled this out of a gravel driveway. It's small. It's probably very potent actually because it's grown in really kind of harsh conditions. After I do the video, I will dry this off and hang it and save it. And yeah, this is fantastic for respiratory infections. But if I wanted to, I could eat it fresh. This is something you can eat. Good in soups and stews, all kinds of stuff. If you had a lot of it, you can make a salad out of it. It would take a lot, obviously. Very traditional herb for several North American Indian tribes, especially Eastern tribes, for colds and flu. Interestingly, I found a document from 1869 by a doctor named William Cook. He says the plant combines relaxing and stimulating properties with a moderate portion. Okay. Of demulcent quality. In other words, it's softening. Demulcent means softening. In cold preparations, its action is mainly expended upon mucous membranes. It soothes and strengthens these tissues. It is a pronounced astringent, though it is faintly tonic and not drying. It has been used in sore mouth, subacute coughs, feebleness of the lungs, leukorrhea, catarrh of the bladder, and later to mild stages of dysentery. It is really an excellent article in such cases, and though it is too mild to be of use in degenerate conditions, it is useful for gentle influence as a warm infusion, that basically means a tea. It promotes mild diaphoresis. It can help break a fever, in other words. It is a popular remedy in recent colds and light fever, and a strong preparation is said to relieve mumps, quinsy, tenesmus of dysentery, and the the root's good for diarrhea. I'll just sum that up. Yeah, it's really good. Now, cudweed also is known as an excellent, what they would call, say, a general tonic for women's health. We're talking menstrual issues, obviously. Whenever someone says women's health, that's what they're talking about. It's good for menstrual discomfort. It's anti-inflammatory. It has some antispasmodic properties which can help with cramping and such as that. But also, this is one of the most interesting things, it's not just a woman's herb. It's also really good for men. It's for respiratory health, it's for everybody. Minor ailments like colds and flus. But it does, I wouldn't say it has adaptogenic properties or testosterone supporting properties, but because it's so good for the lungs, it increases endurance. I think that's the way I would put it. It increases endurance. If you have to work hard, if you have to, do guy stuff in the woods. This is one of the reasons that this was an herb actually smoked in substitute for tobacco. It's anti-inflammatory, it's antimicrobial, good for treating minor cuts, bruises, skin irritations, and has traditionally been used in poultices and topical applications to soothe the skin and promote healing. Now, I've got a document here on my desktop here at my laptop, which is where I'm filming this from. This is really interesting. Now, this, we went from 1869. Now we're getting up to modern use, the International Journal of Modern Pharmaceutical Research. The title of the document is from Traditional Claim to Formulations, an overview of the potential of Gamachetta, an edible plant genome. Okay, that's really, Anyway, we're going to use common words when we can, but here's the abstract. It says Gamachetta, also known as Nephaliae, a subset of the Asteraceae family, is a genus of 60 species found predominantly in tropical and subtropical America. Previous molecular biology processes investigations have steered the genus, I'm not going to get into all that, but the plant has medicinal use to treat diabetes, high blood pressure, stomach ulcers, diarrhea, and other ailments. This is modern pharmaceutical research, okay? Diabetes, high blood pressure, stomach ulcers. This is serious stuff. This little weed is really quite valuable. They go on into a lot of stuff about its chemical compositions and all that. But what I wanted to point out is, let's see, they include in this one, along with Pearly Everlasting, this silver cudweed, white cudweed. I mean, to me, this is a white, even though they say it's purpurea, whatever. This is spoon leaf cudweed. That's another name for it. I don't know. But there is the family is pretty much used interchangeably, and has many great uses. But they had some phenomenal research here showing potential antiviral properties. It says useful for chickenpox, tuberculosis, malaria, pneumonia, influenza, measles, abdominal disorders, eye complaints, metabolism disorders, asthma, cold, cough, and other diseases and conditions. All are treated using Gamachetta species. This stuff, cudweed. We're going to go with cudweed. The plant is considered medicinal and is used to treat diabetes, high blood pressure, stomach ulcers, diarrhea, gastrointestinal infections, among other ailments. Leaves and immature flowering shoots are used. Nutritional value, yes, as we mentioned, it is quite edible. It is an antioxidant and antiviral. It says, according to E. Mangeli, it has antiviral activities that can be used to treat the pox, measles, and varicella. It is used to wash wounds and blemishes. Activity against HIV. Some plant extracts were shown to be active against polymerase and ribonuclease, there we go, activities of HIV-1, reverse transcriptase, etc. Yeah, this is a really good antiviral herb. And it's coming in the spring. Not necessarily cold and flu season, more allergy season. This is when you want to harvest this. And I would use the entire plant. Pull it up by the roots, hang it up to dry. It says, it goes on and on about its uses against HIV, anti-herpes, really phenomenal, actually. And this is, yet again, one of those weeds that people want to spray with Roundup and kill. If someone sees this growing in their lawn or beside their driveway or in their driveway, in the case where I found this one, they're just going to pull it up and kill it. You see this with its silver color? Don't ever kill this herb. Don't ever do it. Pull it up if you need to and use it. Transplant it, put it in a pot. Grow this out. Make sure you keep this on hand. This little weedy, doesn't look like much, does it? This is powerful herbal medicine, and we get about 1 month every year to harvest it. I mean, it's 90 degrees. We've been in a drought for 20 days. We haven't had rain in over a month. It's flowered. It's gone. In your region, if you're not where I am in a drought, you probably got another 2-3 weeks to harvest this. Go find it, use it, store it for future use. The entire plant, okay? This is, I mean, the roots, they said the roots or whatever. Look how tiny those roots are. Okay, you're not going to get a lot of roots out of one plant. You're going to want to pick, pull up, transplant, hopefully, for future use. A good dozen or more of these. Dry the entire plant, dark, dry place, and you'll have this plant when you need it, when the cold and flu season comes back around, or if you have more serious issues, you'll have it on hand. I just wanted to show you this one. It's so unique. I don't know. It's one of those that when I look at this, I think, yeah, I'm in the Southeast. Okay. Now there's one in Pennsylvania, very similar. There's one up in New York State. Like what this document said, like 60-some plants. They grow. There's other varieties in South America, but when I see this one, I know I'm in the Southeast because when I was a kid, this was called rabbit tobacco. People smoked it. You smoked it if you had asthma. It was literally you would smoke rabbit tobacco to help asthma, not regular tobacco necessarily, even though that can help in some cases, but rabbit tobacco. The purpurea was not the specific member of the Nephalia family, which was called rabbit tobacco. It's a little bit larger, but they're all really good. And I saw this and I thought, somebody's going to think that's a weed and spray it with Roundup. I'm going to grab it, And I'm really glad I did, and I'm glad to be able to share this with you today. So let's get a good close-up. You see that beautiful silvery color. The flowers are very... Oh my gosh, I spilled water over my computer. Well, the flowers are very moderately yellow, and it's a great herb.